As many of you guys have noticed that there's a big gap between men and women who play sports. There's a huge difference between gender inequality. Some of the examples are the girls tee off to play golf at a shorter distance than the guys do. And in basketball, the men get a higher salary than the women do, even though it's the exact same sport. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of clips to really show that women are just as good as men in sports, even with the same rules. For example, one of my friends was on the high school gymnastics team that I competed against, and he worked the same amount of hours I did on practicing each and every skill, yet when it came time for a competition and meets, his scores never counted just because he was a guy. And he could easily beat me on all the events, vault, beam, floor bars, but yet just because he was a guy, his scores didn't count and mine did. Another example is lacrosse and hockey. In the boys' games, you can hit and check people, but in the girls, you're not allowed to make contact or be aggressive towards one another on the opposing team. One of the reasons why there are so many fans at men's sports events is because they are watched for their athletic ability, their aggressiveness, their talent. But when you go to a girls' game, there's less fans, and the only fans who are there are usually family members or friends or guys who are just looking at them, not looking at them for their bodies and not their athletic ability. Can you film me on how many seconds I can do a handstand for?
Sure.
Okay, ready? Okay, how many seconds?
Oh, I wasn't watching. Can you do it again?
Go.
Okay, actually count this time how many seconds I can hold handstand for. How many seconds?
11.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, someone say it to me.
$20 if you make this shot,
Someone
right?
say it to me.
All right, $20 if you make this shot. Come on, Larry Bird. Kid in the neighborhood, but I learned a little something. Hey, Livia.
What?
I bet $1 you can't get that ball in the hoop.
Why $1?
Because you're a woman. Women suck. Sorry I made fun of you. Here's your $1. I hope you like
Thanks.
George Washington.
Dollar doesn't mean anything. Do you guys even know any professional women's basketball players? Like any of them?
WNBA, what is that?
The women's professional national...
You ever heard of it? Yeah, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. Oh.
No,
J.J. Watt.
WNBA.
Oh, WNBA. Never heard of it.
The woman
Must
play?
be some type of cult from the South in the 17th or 18th century.
No.
I'm not positive, but you could just...
You guys have never watched it? It's probably because they don't even televise many
I would
of
never
their
watch
games.
any women play basketball.
Yeah, I
Why
wouldn't watch
not?
any woman do any sports at
Because
all.
they can't dunk and it's boring.
No fun. They just can't.
But they have the same rules.
Not athletic at all.
Yeah, but it's like watching toddlers play.
That's an insult. What if I said I played basketball and I was good at it?
I would say you can't even make a layup.
Yes, I can.
Not like this.
Watch this.
Let's do it again.
See? Women can do stuff too.
That's a globe.
No, it's not. I can spin this. You try. And act like you can't do it.
She wants me to try. Of course I can do this. See?
Why do you think men are more idolized in sports and have this idea that only men should be involved in sports?
Well, men usually have more testosterone. We're overall better athletes.
Just
More
because
aggressive.
you lift weights doesn't mean you're better than me.
Kinda does.
See, no, let me show you. I'll lift it, okay?
Use proper forming metric with that.
Wait. See, I can lift it. See? We're equal. Do you think that professional leagues and varsity teams in high school, do you think there should be a line drawn between boys sports and girls sports, or should it be co-ed?
I think there should be a line drawn. with a pencil between boys and girls in sports. It's just, boys would completely annihilate girls on any type of playing field. So it's just a good Samaritan thing to do, so that women do not literally be killed on the battlefield.
So, if there were more co-ed sports, do you think that women would be treated equally on the field?
Co-ed?
Yeah. Like, if a soccer team formulated a team with boys and girls, do you think they'd, like, get past the ball the same amount of times? Do you think they'd be put in the game?
No, it wouldn't happen.
Why not?
Because that's just how the way the world works these days.